I want you to know that I feel like I'm about to explode.
All right.
The reason why I feel that way is because I have so much inside of me, like from the tip of my toes. When my brother was talking, I was just like moving it back and forth in the back, and I asked the sister over there, I'm like, am I okay? Because I'm all over the place right now. Like, I'm like this, I can't stand still, because I don't take this lightly. Every single person in this room has something to give to this world. And there's so many things that are going to try to stop that from happening. And if you don't understand the gift that you have, it's going to die with you. And that's not what we're about, right? We're not about the death. We're not about the death of the dreams. We're not about the death of the gifts, because Les Brown, one of my mentors in my mind, says, I love me some Les Brown. Okay?
Yes.
Says that he's heard the richest place is the graveyard.
Come on.
Because you got so much stuff inside of you, but you got your children sometimes, you got the knucklehead boo, you got this person, you got, oh, I could have done it when I was. I should have been able to at this age. Dad, I should have done it when I was 40. Yo, you're not dead yet.
Right.
So since you're not dead yet, you don't have to quit. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you're not going to go and do what it is that you're supposed to do in your spirit? Darlene, you said you was going to be a masseuse. God told you going to be a masseuse. Be a masseuse, yo. It doesn't matter. She was 55 when she went back to school. There she go right there. It doesn't matter. I went to school at 35 after teaching, because my mom and my dad, there was, sorry, I'm excited. You know what happens to me. My father's Guyanese. My mom, y'all can hear me, right? My father's Guyanese. My mother's Panamanian. So they're first generation Americans. You're going to be a doctor. You're going to be this. You're going to be that. Yeah, okay, fine. I did it. 35, I get that phone call. You have been accepted to the Fashion Institute of Technology. What? I was teaching. I moved back home from Buffalo back to my mother's house, in the house with my mother. Okay, right. And she ain't even met my mother, right? But my mother, God bless her heart, will give me her lungs, her ribs, her tissue, her veins, everything, but she don't get the dream. And it's not because she doesn't want to, because she loves me. The meaning of love has come from my mother. She will give me everything that she has. But she doesn't understand that I'm not meant to work. That's right. I'm not meant to work for somebody else. So you could tell me when I'm taking off, when I need to go to the doctor's appointment, when all of that stuff is going to happen. That's not who I am. And nobody, like, there's going to be one person in my family that has their own business, but that happened when she got older. So she just didn't get it. You can't be mad at somebody they don't understand. Right. If I speak German and you speak Spanish, you can't be mad, because we speak two different languages. But we expect, and I expected her to get it, but she didn't get it. And now that I've come to the realization that she doesn't get it and she doesn't have to, it's a whole nother situation. It's a whole nother ball game. The pain that was inside of me that I felt where I was crushed. Thanksgiving, my mother was like, yo, if your dreams weren't so big, said nobody ever, yo. Right? But she didn't mean it to be mean. She's just like, yo, your dreams make me uncomfortable. Whoa. Your dreams make me feel like I can't do what I need to do. Whoa. Your dreams make me feel like I'm not good enough. And my daughter can't be like, I need her to be good. But then what if people don't like her bags? What if they don't like what she says? What if they don't like how she acts? Maybe she's too boisterous. Maybe she's too loud. Maybe she's too funny. Maybe she's too whatever. What is she going to do when they don't like her? Damn that, I don't care. Okay? And I just got to this point. Because I used to be crying. Mommy, why don't you understand? Why don't you tell me that I'm good? Why don't you tell me that I'm beautiful? You're my first spot. You're the first person to tell me that I'm pretty. You're the first person that I'm going to be about something. But all you knew was work. Because you left your country in Panama bold as hell at 22 and came to America. Now that's a bold move, right? But she don't see it that way, because she was running. She wasn't going to a goal. She was running from being poor, running from being in Panama, running. She didn't have a goal. She just knew she had to get out. So she didn't really process that was a big move for her, right? So let's go back. Sorry. Okay. The topic of this talk, because I don't even know what happened. The topic of this talk is the get up. And it's funny because I hear people saying they got to get up, you got to keep moving, you got to keep going, and I'm like, word, because that's what has to happen. Raise your hand if you've ever fallen. Is that everybody?
Right.
All right, awesome. Because in order for you to get up, there's things that you have to be paying attention to. Write these words down. I'm going to challenge you to change your mindset about these following words: transparency and truth, risk.
Wait, slow.
Sorry. Risk, acceptance, your target, your goal. And then couple responsibility with honor. Keep those words in mind. They're reminders, because it's also how I feel and how I would like to speak in our encounters and our relationship and our fellowship is that when you go home and ain't nobody else there, you still have what you need to do. Because now it's like, wow, black love, we the bomb. We, black girl magic, black girls rock, all that. Every night is great. Now I'm home and my husband comes in and he's like, Willie, can you just wash the clothes? I know you got this business, but can you just do what we need to do and for the house? Or your daughter is like, well, mommy, I want you to come to this. And you're like, but I got to go to this appointment. And all of those things come pulling at your heartstrings because you love everybody the same. Your business is your baby is your baby, your boo is your baby, everybody's your baby. Right? Now, how in the world are you going to go with all of these babies and give them all the same amount of time? So sometimes, like I would think Tip said earlier, you might have to actually say, look, this is what I got to do for me so that later this is what you're going to be able to do. My mother went to FIT in 1978. She always says that I went twice because she came here and went straight to school on a student visa. She got a degree in pattern making. Pattern, you know how technical that is to make a pattern? 1978? But it didn't work out and she got scared and she went to be a secretary. But the bottom line is like, that's what you have. Like, you have to do what it is that you need to do, no matter the case, no matter where you're at. Now, get up. Question number 1. Are you running away or running to? Because when you get up, that means you have to actually come from somewhere, right? You weren't just born on the floor. Like, something had to happen. Now, the question is important because if you're running from, when things ain't that great, when things are a little bit better, you can be like, oh, shoot, I'm tired, child. I'm good. And you know what? This is right. This is okay. Right here is all right. Where I'm at right now is good because I ain't got to run now. I'm safe. Gazelle, you're out of harm's way. You like, let me just chill. Let me drink a little water, eat a little grass, relax, right? But if you have a goal, if you're running to something, that's a different situation. Because when you get in a situation where you hit the floor for whatever the reason, you have to get up. You have to move. Because if you're here or here or here, you haven't reached that goal. You haven't reached the goal, so you have to move from where you are. You have to. If you have in your mind, I'm running to, not running from, it makes all the difference on how you get up off that floor. Because if you are just trying to get out, it's like that girl in the movie, right? And boom, she hit the floor. She just want to be safe. If she fell in a ditch, she's going to stay there because she's safe. But if she was running to a house on the other side, she's going to keep going till she gets to that house, no matter how many times she trips. Because if she trips, she's going to do what? Get up. Because she's going to the house. Because that's the safe place. That's where she's trying to go. She's not falling and staying still. We're all going to come up against stuff. We have to expect that it's going to happen. We talked about soldiers and soldiers of God and people that have purposes in their life. Your life is not about you. Your life is about whoever else you need to touch. Tavita came in today and I looked at in her face and said, it ain't about you. It's about the life you need to touch. Now, let me tell you something. I love you, right? This is not anger. This is passion. This is love. I'm not a mad black woman. I'm not a mad Spanish woman. I'm not Panamanian. I'm not any of that. I just want you to hear my heart when I talk to you, please. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If I offend you, I will hug you at the end and let you know that it's okay. But I'm telling you right now, everything that I say is because this is the only encounter I'm ever going to have with some of you. So whatever message God has given me to tell you, whatever it is I need to remind you of your greatness, I'm going to say it. And I pray that you receive it in your heart. Not my tone, my message. The message, what I'm trying to tell you is what you need to hear because you are great. You're not just beautiful. You have a blessing in this earth. You have a job to do. And the job that has been given to only you. Nobody else can do it like you did. Davida said, ain't nobody going to do it like you. That's real talk. Real talk counseling. Right? Like that's what it is. Because yes, a gazillion people. I know my audience. A gazillion people make zipper clutches. Some of them make one-of-a-kind zipper clutches, but ain't nobody gonna do patch like me ever. Ever. And when I went to FIT, my teacher said, "Those colors are not gonna go together." I'm like, all right. And at the end, she was like, oh. And she's been teaching at FIT for 20 years. She's like, I would have never thought that's the case. Why? Because I studied the color wheel, son. So I know what colors go together no matter what you do. So maybe you might have forgot, but I know. And you have to have that confidence in yourself. Because again, getting up, if you don't feel like you have a reason or a goal or a vision or a plan, there's not going to be a reason to get up. Because there's going to be a time when you feel that this is on top of your chest. That's what it's going to feel like. Now, how are you going to gather all of that up so you can push this on the floor, get your body up with cuts and bruises and banged up knees and keep going unless you have a goal that you're going to? There's no way in this world that you are going to get to where you have to go if you don't have that inside of you. If you allow people, situations, your body, the pain, how many of you right now might be in pain for whatever reason, healthy reasons, whatever the case may be? But you got up and you came in here this morning. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm just out of a knee replacement in 1 year, and I'm moving about here. You would never know. Yep. My knee is on fire, but guess what? I don't even feel it. I don't care because this opportunity for me right now is a blessing from God. So I don't care about pain. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about my mom not agreeing. Anybody, and again, she loves me. She's not doing it on purpose. I need to make that clear. Right? Anybody doesn't understand my vision, Jay, you doing too many things. So you know what I did? Jane of all trades, gifted by God. That's my joy. I no longer care about you, a jack of all. You're not a master of none. Yo, kick rocks. Kick all the rocks. Pick a boulder with a flip flop. Like, I don't care about none of that. I don't care. No, I'm so serious. I don't care. Right? But again, I just got here. So my message is so that you don't waste the time that I wasted being in a place where I'm so concerned. We did a vending opportunity in Canada years back. Tiffany was like, Janelle, it's okay. It's all right. I'm like, they don't like it. I don't understand. I mean, I'm being nasty to customers. Like, what you mean? You're like, because I didn't understand. Like, how can you talk about my stuff like that? Like, this came from my brain and my heart. Like, I sat up till 4 in the morning sewing this. Like, what you mean? And she's like, Jay, it's not for everybody and it's okay. And when you get to that point where you recognize that the gift that you've been given does not have to be received by everybody, there's freedom in that. Freedom in the fact that your purpose is your purpose. Last time I spoke here, I said, God didn't send out a group text.
Come on.
He didn't tell everybody what you're supposed to be doing. He told you. So why are you walking around here saying, you my boo, you my friend, you're supposed to get it? No, they're not. They're not supposed to get it. And don't be mad. It's okay. Because do you really want everybody to have your same idea? No. You don't want that. So, you don't understand, like, everybody in this room, you cannot leave here the same way you came. We went from church, right? When Mother Bowie was done, I was like, yo, if everybody goes home, now we
That's
good.
what I said.
Like, come on. She's spoken to every single one of our spirits that she didn't even know. God used her. God uses this place. God uses Tip every single day, every minute of the day.
Say so.
You know what I mean? So you can't, if you leave here the same, you want to leave here mad. You want to leave here talking about people. You want to leave here upset the way you came in. You don't want to change. And that's where the transparency comes in. You can't grow if you don't know what you're really dealing with. If you don't say, yo, this is my problem. Not my boss's problem, not my homegirl's problem, not my boyfriend or my cousin's problem. This is my issue. My issues are A, B, C, and D. How am I going to fix it? And you don't get to sit there and say, I'm just going to wait for it to happen. No, you call somebody and you say, can you help me with this? Because guess what? I don't want to be here. I don't give a shit if you think that I'm sorry. Come on. I've asked the mom, I said, she going to have headphones in because, I mean, you never know with me, right? So I was like, you know, I forgot my point too. Oh, all right. Huh, what? You don't, right, you don't, right. No. I'm like, you don't, I don't, what was I saying? I don't give a shit. There we go. I don't give a shit about the fact that
You don't
you
get
don't
it.
get my
Yes.
you don't care about, you don't get what I'm saying. You don't get my message.
Right.
You don't get what I'm doing, or that I'm asking you for help, and you just might look down on me. Guess what? If you look down on me, that's your problem, not mine.
Yes.
Another oh man, 10 minutes. Okay. Lisa Nichols,
Love her.
another one of my mentors.
Yes.
Lisa Nichols says that her grandmother told her that other people's opinions are not your responsibility. That's right. Real talk. And we say that, y'all saying that's right, but don't go home and listen to somebody else. Don't go home and be like, you know what? You know me for like 20 years, you know better. No, they don't. No, they don't. Especially when they tell you can't buy a house, but they live in an apartment. That's right. Like, come on. You gotta know your audience. Know who you need to speak to. Swallow your pride, swallow whatever it is you need to do so you can get up out of that grave, get up out of whatever's holding you back. She asked you that question. Whatever's gonna stop you, put it on that board. Y'all know some of you gonna pick it up when you leave. You ain't gonna go pick up the post-it because you're too embarrassed about that. And still get in the car and be like, oh man, I don't have no money. Jesus. I'm doubting myself. Am I really that good? No, Janelle Marie can do it. She got a big mouth, but I can't. That's not true. That's not true, yo. Please see me when I tell you it's not true. Getting up from whatever ditch you've fallen into or wherever you are has to do with the fact that you have drive. Has to do with the fact you have to get to your vision and your goals. You have to get there. Make it like oxygen. You have to get there. You don't have a choice. If you don't have oxygen, what's going to happen to you? You
Die.
Story done.
Die.
That's it. You're going to die.
You're gonna die.
You got to wake up every morning like, yo, this is what I have to do. I have to do this. No excuses. And let me tell you, them excuses, boy, they creep up on you.
Ooh, yeah.
Because women, you're like, I'm tired. I'm tired. Give me 5 more minutes of sleep. And before you know it's 20 minutes. Now you're behind the 8 ball, driving like a maniac, trying to get to work for somebody else. You don't want that. You don't want that. Get up out that vision. You have to have the transparency. Lord have mercy. All right. So, risk. No one that did anything huge in this world did it safely. There's no way. You can't be safe and do things that have never been done. Because duh, it's safe. Like, we make things so hard. Like, you're like, oh, you come up with all these excuses. In the beginning, Tiffany was like asking you about, she asked you about something about, the pediatrician situation. Everybody had an answer. You could be a pediatrician in 10 years, blah, 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 y'all ready, right? But then if she said to you, what are you doing to reach your goals? You like, well, I got kids, I don't have time, I have this, I have that. Come on. Transparency, and you have to take a risk. If you want to make your mark on this world and you want to leave a legacy for your children, for whomever, for the neighbor's dog, I don't care. It doesn't matter. If you want to leave a legacy, you have to do something different. You have to do something different. Even if it's the littlest thing. And sometimes when you laying down and you falling and you're laying this way, right? Guess what? That's getting up.
Right.
That's it.
Sometimes
That's getting
that's
up.
it.
It's progress. Because you can't always go from here to here. Because you see what I just did? I can't jump on this foot yet. I ain't stupid. Right? So if I'm laying down, I'm not going to jump on this foot. I'm going to go like this. You can't go do what works for you. Your get up is not her get up. Your get up is not her get up. Your get up is not her get up. So you can't listen to everybody telling you how to get up. But what you got to do is get the hell up. You got to get up. Because if you don't get up, pretend again, it's oxygen. If you don't get up, you won't be able to breathe. If you don't get up, you won't be able to do what God told you to do. And you don't want God mad at you, player. You don't want that. That's not the kind of chastisement you're looking for, right? You don't want that. So in order for that not to happen, you have to get up. Please move. All right. Target and goal. Again, if my goal is over there, some days I'm like this. Right? Some days I'm like this. Some days I'm like this.
Yeah.
So what? But guess what? Am I back there?
Right.
No, so I keep going.
Right?
Sometimes.
Somebody falls on top of me because they're like, can you help me, Jay, please? I need help. All right, come on.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You hear, and you're like, wait. And then they you know what? They decide that's not for them and they can't do it. It's too hard. Deuces, because now you like this.
Yeah.
But then, guess what? My knee gives out because I turn run too fast and I'm all down here.
Right.
But okay, it's all right. That's
Right.
Right? And then I'm on O, because sometimes you have to lean on people, right?
Right.
Okay, so you keep going, you up here. All right. Woo! And sometimes you got to stand still.
That's it.
Sometimes you just
And
gotta
know
wait. 'Cause you know
who
what?
is.
I know if I move, I'm gonna bust my tail.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna stand right here. And I'm gonna wait
Gotta
till
know.
God tells me to go. I'm gonna wait till God tells me to move. I'm gonna wait till I get out of here. I don't like my job. It's not my purpose. I don't want to teach these kids right now. I want to be sitting at my sewing machine on a beach. I want to be talking to 20,000 people all over the world. That's what I want to do. But right now, where I am, in a classroom. In a classroom where I don't want to be, but I believe God and I trust Him. And I know that because He knows my heart, and He knows that I want to speak in front of 20,000 souls every chance I get. Because the enemy is busy, son.
Yes.
He's busy all the time. He's not going to stop. Because
Take your time. Take your time.
he's not going to stop because of the fact that everybody in here is busy. Everybody in here has something to do. Imagine there's 100 people in this room. All of you about to help another 100 people. The
Each
enemy
one.
is stupid.
Mm-mm.
He knows what he's doing. He's going to continue to try. He's going to continue to pull you, even if he's pulling you this much. Because you know what? This much ends up being this much. And then ends up being this much. And then it's the whole size of the room. And then before you know it, where you at? That's
Yes.
it. Like, that's what happens. And then you got to start all over again. Bump that. Get
Yeah.
up and keep going.
Get up.
Yes.
Like, you can't stop. Stopping is not an option.
Yes.
I don't want to hear excuses, and I know that shit happens. I understand that. I understand that more than you know. I've been broken more times than I care to explain.
Yes.
But ain't nobody gonna stop me from going where I need
Yes.
to go.
Go ahead, girl.
Nobody. I might get there crying. I might get there crawling. I might get there on the phone with her like, yo, I can't take it if I can't. But guess what? I'm still gonna get there. And when you get there, you take a second. You relax. All right. Boom. I got here. Now what's the next goal? Because you don't stop till you up there. You don't stop until you with the God that gave you the blessing that you have in the first place. You don't say, oh, I'm chilling, I've arrived. Who says that? These people that have all this money reinvent themselves over and over and over. Beyonce does hair. Does hair. She's a dancer. She's a singer. She has a clothing line. She does coaching. Like, everybody has multiple streams of income. 7 streams of income.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Everybody does that.
Yes.
You don't get to stop. You don't get to stop. You don't get to give up. You don't get to say, I'm not doing it anymore. You don't get to stay in depression, suicide, all of that. You don't get to stay there because you have a mission, you have a purpose, and you have to keep going. It's not an option. Take the risk, trust God, and bounce. Get up out of that situation. Whatever it is that's going on, whoever it is that's holding you back, even if it's the fact that you decide that you don't want to be a vegan, but you like chicken. No, sometimes it's a little goal, right? It ain't got to be taking over the world.
Right.
So maybe you're a vegan, but you like chicken. Okay, how much do you want to be a vegan? That's a self-assessment, transparency. Do you want to be a vegan because you think that all the dudes that are fly that are vegans? Like, why do you want to be a vegan? Again, reason. Are you running to or running from? If you ask yourself that question every single time, I promise you it'll give you clarity. Are you running to or are you running from? Now, also, last thing. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you don't know why you're falling. Sometimes you're pushed, right? Somebody might push you down. Sometimes you've given up. And sometimes, or have you allowed things to topple on top of you so bad that you can put like a straw through to breathe, right? Because it happens. And sometimes you feel like your chest is crushing you, like your body is being crushed. Yo, if there's a spot on your body, whether it's your big toe that's not being crushed, channel that damn energy. And wherever it is, because the bottom line is if we win, that's one. We win.
We win.
So even though you feel like the table is on top of you, that big toe that has that space that's free, wiggle that joint. Wiggle it all the way till all the rest of the toes are free. Then you start wiggling your ankle, right? Then you start wiggling your knee here. And then before you know it, this how your body is free and you keep pushing. It's little pieces, little things. Take this away, little movements, little steady movements of progression. No matter whether you running, walking, falling, crawling, on your stomach through the dugout, like whatever it is. eviction notice on your door or not. Who cares? You are not what your situation looks like. You are not what, however it is that your emotions feel, because feelings are deceiving. Hello. Because they'll confuse you. Because they block you from seeing what God has for you. So you feel like, yo, I want a house, but I live in this apartment and it has rats and it has this and it has that. So what? Find one thing to be excited about and hold on to that thing and ride it till you get your house. Change your mindset. Change your mindset about transparency, about risk. Accept your issues. Acceptance. Accept who you are, your mistakes and all. Because if you accept it, guess what somebody else can't do? They can't make fun of you. They can't make it a big deal because you're like, yeah, no doubt, I know. So what? If when I marry somebody and they have an issue with this scar, guess what? Too bad.
Too bad.
Because I ain't covering it up. It's my scar. This is my knee replacement. I'm proud of this damn thing. It's a lot of work. I don't care. So you have to accept everything about you and the goals that you're supposed to have. Excuse me. When you recognize how you have fallen, it's your responsibility. So I said challenge the way you see responsibility. Responsibilities are honor. It's an honor to raise your children. It's an honor to be where you are at work. It's an honor to do all the things that you have to do because it could be entrusted to somebody else. And those responsibilities are going to build those muscles that you need to get where you need to go.
Yes.
If you don't have those responsibilities, if you don't have those honors, right, to get things done, how are you supposed to get there? I want to speak in front of 20,000 people, right? If I don't know how to live alone, if I don't know how to live without human contact, without people that just want something from me, if I don't know how to be exhausted, like physically exhausted and have no energy and still fill up and fill other people up, I ain't gonna make it. If I don't know how to not be liked, if I don't know how to deal with me saying only positive things and one person saying she thinks she all that, or getting on Twitter, Janelle Marie thinks that she is blah 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 blah. If I don't know how to deal with that, I'm never gonna make it. So when I'm going through these things that I'm going through in my job, or people at my job are not being the nicest that they need to be, they're being mean on purpose. They doing these things and I'm like, yo, everything I hate you doing, what in the hell? How does that even possible? Yo, you encompass everything I don't like. Like, how is that possible? But I have to go through that because if I'm gonna die here, I ain't gonna make 20,000 around the country when I don't even speak the language. And I gotta deal with a translator. There's no way that's gonna work. So I'm asking you, please hear my heart. Pretend ain't nobody else in this room but me and you. Me and you, me and you, me and you, me and everybody else. Do not give up. Get up from wherever you are at this moment, whatever it is that's holding your feet hostage, or kick that shit loose. Because you don't have an option. Because your life is for somebody else. It's not for you. So if you give up, you let other people go. You let other people fail. Do you want to be responsible for that? To let other people fail? You don't want that because you don't want to fail, so you damn sure want other people to fail. Kick it loose. Do not leave here, walk out that door, and go back into the same shit you did before you came in here. That is not an option, and I got the red sign, so I got to go. All right.